everybody, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about plantar fasciitis today. I'm battling it a little bit myself, so I thought this is the perfect time. First, just my little disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. If you have issues, please go see a doctor. But I do know that some of the things that I'm going to tell you can probably help you out if you're just starting to kind of feel that issue on the bottom of your foot or your heel, maybe in that Achilles area. So if I can help you out, I hope that I do. First, know that my role as a trainer is to basically make sure that you can be consistent with your workouts no matter what is going on. So even if you're starting to have some issues or some problems, my job is always to try to fix it before it really becomes a problem that needs to see a doctor. So if I can make that happen and keep people consistent and keep them working towards their goals and not getting worse, that is all that I need. But a lot of people battle plantar fasciitis, and if you're looking at this like this is your foot, if your plantar fascia is along the bottom of your foot in that arch area from your heel until your toes. Your Achilles tendon comes down from your calves all the way down until that heel. So a lot of times those two can kind of be battling with each other a little bit. It's an inflammation of that area of the plantar fascia or of the Achilles tendon, and it often, if it's stretched out really well on a regular basis, then a lot of times you can prevent that from happening. But once it gets started, sometimes it can be really hard to get rid of. So things that can lead to plantar fasciitis are things like high intensity activities like running, HIIT workouts, a lot of jumping, poor shoes, not being in the right shoes either for that activity or just not in shoes on hard ground, anything like that. If you stand a lot for work, that's going to a lot of times be a problem as well. And having excess weight is never easy because more load is more stress on that area. Then, things that you can do to help improve that. Stretch your calves. Stretch your calves, roll your feet. That's some of the easiest things to do. Anytime that you do any of those things, like have a really heavy workout, go for a run. If you stand all day at work, do those things whenever you get home. You can also do things like my two favorite things. First one is toe splays. Toe splays are kind of like, if you've had a pedicure, then you've probably used something just like this. But they kind of sit in between your toes and they help stretch out that area in between your toes and the smaller intrinsic muscles of the bottom of your foot. And it really helps after a workout, or if you're just battling that plantar fasciitis, to use these a couple minutes a day. Start with like 15 minutes, work up, and then use them more preventatively too. That's a great thing to use. The other thing, which looks ridiculous, but it helps tremendously, is a night splint. One of my previous clients was a podiatrist, and he recommended this years and years ago to me and a lot of my clients, and it really is a complete game changer. You put your foot in it, you're like this, and this is how you're sleeping at night, and it is a little bit goofy, but what it does is it puts that plantar fascia and that Achilles and calf on stretch, just a gentle stretch. You don't need a huge, intense stretch for this, because at night, what happens is the weight of your covers keep you like this and keep you plantar flexed or with your toe pointed. And then whenever you stand up and you go like that, you have an incredible quick stretch, and it really irritates that area. So this keeps it in a little bit of a light stretch throughout the night. You also get to see my cat here. So whenever you're using a night splint, follow the directions, but usually it's starting with like 30 minutes a night, doing like before you go to bed, and then just building up into it. Might take a little bit of time, but trust me, it is completely worth it. So stretching, toe splays, night splints, some of the best things that you can do to help prevent or manage early on that plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis, and hopefully you don't end up having to see the doctor. Remember though, I am not a doctor. I am not your doctor. These are just some tools and techniques that have worked for me and my clients over the years, and I thought that I'd take a moment to share them with you. Hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you next time.